Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and one of the biggest game changers of Avengers Infinity War was the way it affects the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Infinity War yet, if half of everyone is dead, who's gonna lead Marvel into its Phase 4? Bruce Banner without Hulk? That's so much pressure. You can only make so many movies about scientific research. Let's take a look at how Infinity War changed what we know about Marvel Studios' Phase 4, and how the next Avengers movie could launch us into that next era. Okay, before we get to Phase 4, let's quickly run down where we're at with Phase 3. Of course, Infinity War ended with one of the bleakest cliffhangers in movie history, with half of the Marvel heroes fading from existence, including many we assume to lead the next generation of Marvel movies. Spider-Man, Black Panther, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, Mantis, someone we all assumed would probably get her own trilogy. This crisis can only be resolved in Part 2 of this story, Avengers 4, which will officially end Phase 3 a year from now in May 2019. There are two other movies left on the Phase 3 calendar, Ant-Man and the Wasp, which will come out this July, and Captain Marvel, which will come out in March 2019. I think we can assume both of these stories to be separate from the Infinity War events, at least until the very ends of those movies. Captain Marvel will be an origin story set in the 1990s, and it looks like Ant-Man 2 will take place at least slightly before Infinity War. I mean, otherwise you'd think Hank Pym would at least look a little concerned when he shrinks down a building into a suitcase. Now, we've made a few other videos on this channel about how Avengers 4 could bring back some of the heroes who faded away at the end of Infinity War, and which characters really deserve to come back. But when you look at what Marvel has lined up so far for Phase 4, that picture becomes clearer. Okay, so Marvel head Kevin Feige has said that the studio has up to 20 movies planned for Phase 4, which, by the way, might not even be called Phase 4. Phases 1, 2, and 3 really corresponded to the Avengers Thanos saga, and the next phase could expand the universe in a whole new way. Now, they've been pretty tight-lipped about Phase 4, but here's what we know as of now. The first film of Phase 4 will be the second Spider-Man movie, the follow-up to Homecoming. Feige said it's going to start shooting this summer, with Homecoming director Jon Watts returning to direct. Its release date is currently scheduled as July 5th, 2019, just 2 months after Avengers 4. Production is rumored to take place in a ton of different cities, including London, Venice, and Prague, suggesting some kind of globe-trotting adventure. And some fans speculate titles like Spider-Man Field Trip, or Spider-Man Study Abroad, or Spider-Man Euro Trip. Beyond Spider-Man, all that has been officially announced are a list of release dates. No movies attached. However, it sounds like the one in May 2020 will be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Writer-director James Gunn has been pretty vocal about the third movie. The post-credits scene for Volume 2 showed Aisha plotting revenge with a new super being in a golden cocoon, Adam Warlock. Sam actually just made a video explaining who Adam Warlock is and how he can fit in the MCU. Now, the Russo brothers have said that Adam Warlock will not appear in Avengers 4, but it sounds like he will play a big part in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Gunn has also said he wants to explore Rocket's origin, which he teased would be even more horrible in the movies. He also said that Kraglin was doing something important during Infinity War and that he would return. Now, the next Marvel movie we have details on is a Black Widow solo film. Now, it's not clear when that movie will come out. A few months back, we learned that screenwriter Jack Schaefer was hired to work on the script, and that Marvel Studios was meeting with over 65 different directors. Kevin Feige has also said that there will for sure be a Black Panther sequel, but he has no plans to rush that movie, saying he's willing to wait until director Ryan Coogler is ready to work on it. And after Doctor Strange came out in 2016, director Scott Derrickson spoke about the possibility of a sequel, with him wanting Nightmare to be the villain, but there's no confirmation on a sequel just yet. Fans have also been hopeful that Thor Ragnarok could spin off another Thor and Hulk movie, or that we could get a movie about Nova, a character James Gunn actually said in a Facebook Q&A that Marvel is considering. Nova is Earth's representative in the Nova Corps of Xandar, which, yes, was just destroyed off-screen in Avengers Infinity War, but if other things get reset, maybe that could be reset too. Fans have also been pushing for a team-up of all-female Marvel heroes, which could include Black Widow and Scarlet Witch, Valkyrie, Captain Marvel, Shuri, and Okoye, and others. And of course, I'm sure Marvel is also waiting to see how this whole Disney-Fox merger shakes out. It's possible Marvel could reboot the Fantastic Four and the X-Men in Phase 4, in which case all kinds of great characters and storylines are on the table. Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom, the Secret Wars, maybe even a reboot of the Civil War event, which was great in the movie, but in the comics it's such a huger event. Anyway, the takeaway from these announced projects is that we should have hope that many of the fallen from Infinity War still have futures. Spider-Man, Black Panther, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it sounds like Black Widow will continue to survive. We're looking at some kind of resurrection or reset in Avengers 4. Of course, there's always the possibility that these announced films won't even feature the heroes themselves. Black Panther's sequel could follow characters like Shuri, Okoye, Wakabi, and M'Baku, carrying on T'Challa's legacy in some other way. Guardians 3 could just be a side adventure with Rocket and Nebula, Kraglin, Aisha, Adam Warlock, and a new Groot growing from the handle of Stormbreaker. Spider-Man 2 could just be Ned trying to fit into Peter's old Spider-Man suit. Guys, I would watch all of these movies. As much as I love Chadwick Boseman and Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, the supporting characters of the MCU were perfectly cast. But I'm actually curious to know from you guys, if the characters who faded away at the end of Infinity War stay gone, even though I highly doubt that's the case, which supporting character survivor would you most want to see take over the mantle in Phase 4? Personally, I want to see a Shuri Black Panther. She's smart, she's funny, she knows how the suit works. Give her her own movie. Comment with your thoughts down below, or you can tweet me directly at Erik Voss or follow New Rockstars on Twitter for updates on our videos. Like and share this video and subscribe to New Rockstars. We got a ton of different videos on Infinity War, and we're going to be talking about this more as we head into Phase 4. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.